on the merits, insofar as what we have heard from both parties or from all parties, if on the merits, we're very confident that the charges will not be confirmed. Pero alam natin na itong kasong ito, narinig ko nga si Banat, if I'm not mistaken, he said earlier na itong trial na ito, hindi lang po ito judicial, political din ito. Kaming anim na abogado na pumunta rito, si headed by former ES Bingbong Villaldea, si Attorney Billy Dulay, si Attorney Fred Lim, si former Secretary Bebot Bello, at ako, at saka si Attorney Sal Panelo. After nung hearing na nung nangyari, natapos na kahapon, nag-usap-usap kami and we were unanimous that Attorney Kaufman did a very good job in presenting a case against the prayer to confirm the charges. It started last Monday with opening statements sa lahat ng parties, the prosecution at yung may tinatawag na legal representative of the victims, who apparently two of them are Filipino lawyers, and then the defense. Tapos nung Tuesday, nag-umpisa na yung presentation ng ebidensya at argumento ng prosecution. And then we had a break on Wednesday, and then Thursday, nagsimula yung presentation ng depensa insofar as their argument not to confirm the charges. And then kahapon, Friday, yung closing summation ng lahat ng mga parties. At we're very confident. We have said this in a number of interviews already in the last few days, patungo hanggang kahapon, na if on the merits, insofar as what we have heard from both parties or from all parties, if on the merits, we're very confident that the charges will not be confirmed. Pero alam natin na itong kasong ito, narinig ko nga si Banat, if I'm not mistaken, he said earlier na itong trial na ito, hindi lang po ito judicial, political din ito. So doon tayo, or kami mismo, are having reservation on how this case will be resolved one way or another.
Attorney, Master Judea po, no?
Yes.
Diyan po sa The Hague, nagkaroon po ba kayo ng pagkakataon na makapasok doon sa courtroom or nasa labas lang po kayo habang ginagawa itong confirmation of charges?
Nabigyan po kami ng reservation to sit in the gallery. So makikita po namin sa baba yung korte mismo, yung tatlong judges ng pre-trial chamber, yung panel of prosecutors on the left side, and also on the left side yung the common legal representative of the victims. On the right side naman, the 8-member team of the defense team of Attorney Kaufman. So makita po namin from the gallery. And by the way, talking about the gallery, hindi lang po kami nandoon. May mga media, meron po din yung mga nasa kabila. Mga taong sumusuporta doon sa pag-file nitong kaso na ito.
Attorney, si Master Judea ulit, no? Bilang kayo po ay
Yes.
isang abogado, syempre mararamdaman po natin kung sino ang mas magaling. Sabihin na natin na mas magaling. Yung prosecution ba o yung depensa? Sa palagay niyo
Okay,
po.
talking about performance po. I think makita nyo naman siguro in terms of delivery. Ito, delivery muna. Hands down, si Attorney Kaufman magaling mag-deliver. No? Glib talker, very smart in terms of delivery. Makita mo dun sa prosecution, he keeps on referring to my friend Jeremy, yung prosecution, he would also be able to deliver, but not as smart as Attorney Kaufman. Yung sa kabila naman, sila yung dalawang Filipino lawyers at saka yung isang babaeng legal representative of the victim, they present their case. I think it's also their style, on a very slow, monotonous way of delivery. In terms of substance, makikita mo dun sa presentation ni Attorney Kaufman na hinihimay-himay niya at tinitira-tira niya. He was refuting each and every points that were raised by the prosecution. By the way, I like to give you context doon sa sinabi ko, ano? Kasi tinanong ko rin yan kay Attorney Kaufman. Etong confirmation of charges hearing took place over 4 days. And before this, months before this, because if you recall, the first schedule for confirmation was sometime July last year. And even before that, meron ng tinatawag na exchange of information, documentary, audio, videos for the other side to consider. These are actually confidential exchanges. And whatever you submit to each other, supposedly alam ng korte. Ibig sabihin, nakalatag na rin sa yung mga ebidensya nito, itong mga dokumentong ito, sa records ng court, ng pre-trial chamber. Kaya tanong ko, bakit kailangan pa dumaan ditong very public confirmation of charges hearing? Kailangan daw para, kasi sa dami ng ebidensya na inailatag na, at least in private, kailangan daw summarize at least in 4 days yung mga argumento ng bawat ng bawat party, no? So, yun po ang nangyari, na whatever was presented by the prosecution, hinighlight lang nila po yung mga malalakas, allegedly, mga malalakas na ebidensya na pwede nilang itapon against Mayor Rudy. Si Attorney Kaufman naman, nagpresenta to refute each and every points that were raised by the prosecution. So yun po ang nangyari kung bakit kailangan pa, and it's also part of the rules and procedure of under the Rome Statute and of the ICC na dadaan itong prosesong tinatawag na confirmation of charges.
Good evening, Attorney Delgra, si Coach Oli po ito. Alam nyo,
Yes, Coach.
ito yung bottom line na tanong ng taong bayan eh. Kasi sinasabi natin na malaki ang pag-asa kung ang titingnan ay ebidensya, pero syempre, political din to. And we all know that. Pero ang inaantay po ng taong bayan, gusto nilang malaman eh, na paano natin i-explain in layman's term na may pag-asa pa ba to? May aasahan ba tayo dito sa ginagawang hearing o talagang wala na, give up na?
I like to borrow the words of Attorney Sal. Hope for the best, expect the worst. I like to put that in context. Ganito po yan. Unang-una, narinig ko yung earlier conversation niyo patungkol sa jurisdiction ng korte. Patungkol sa situation in the Philippines. And that's how they express it in the court. Philippine situation or situation in the Philippines. And then they would refer it to a particular person, as in this case, si Mayor Rudy. Now, sa ating Philippine judicial system, pag merong issue of jurisdiction, kailangan i-resolve muna yan. Kasi nga, kung mangyari na hanggang sa dulo, makita na wala palang jurisdiction, walang saysay yung mga nangyayaring hearing sa nakita natin the last 4 days. No? In fact, the issue of jurisdiction is the core issue that Mayor Rudy have raised. Because in the first place, he have always maintained na walang jurisdiction ang ICC. Walang jurisdiction, among other things, because we are withdrawn from the ICC. The investigation that was conducted by the ICC investigators, na kung totoo yung sinabi ng mga 18 former AFP personnel, were conducted after the withdrawal, which was sometime 23, 22, nag-withdraw tayo 2018, made effective 2019. Ibig sabihin, wala na talagang jurisdiction yung ICC kung totoo yung narration of events ng mga dating sundalo. Now, uh, nevertheless, unique as it may be in the rules of the ICC, they can proceed with, as in this case, the confirmation of charges hearing, kahit na may pending issue on jurisdiction. Kaya that one alone makes us wonder, even among us lawyers, kung bakit this process has to proceed. So, yun
So,
po, yung isang bagay na yan na unique to the ICC rules.
So attorney, so tuloy po tayo kahit questionable yung jurisdiction. Ngayon, kunwari, bandang dulo, iba ang desisyon ng ICC laban kay PRRD, pero napatunayan din na walang jurisdiction. Pwede bang mabawi yon, yung desisyon na yon, and at the same time, pwede ba silang pasagutin etong mga gumawa ng pag-abuso sa batas ng Pilipino and at the same time yung ICC dahil knowing na walang jurisdiction, tumuloy sila?
As I mentioned earlier, it's quite unique na tumuloy kahit na hindi pa na iklaro, finally resolved the issue of jurisdiction. And by the way, I've made mention earlier na pati si Mayor Rudy have not accepted these proceedings. In fact, he have said that this is a sham proceeding insofar as he is concerned. Because hindi niya inaatrasan ito Kung merong kaso patungkol sa anumang ginawa niya nung mayor siya at nung presidente, he assumes full legal responsibility. That said, he also said na it will have to be a Filipino court tried by a Filipino judge kung anumang kaso na ilalatag. So, nung kahapon nga, pagkatapos nasabi ko na, I was asked yesterday afternoon when everything was finished, anong masasabi ko sa nakakahiya, no? Nakakahiya na dalawa, on two aspect, na a foreign court has to hear this case and it's viewed all over the world in that sense, no? At pangalawa, on that note, nakakaya din, I'm a lawyer, I'm practicing in the Philippines, and yet it should be tried there because we need to affirm the integrity of the Philippine judicial system na doon natin sa Pilipinas ililitis ito. For them, for those people who brought this case before the ICC, it shows that they don't have confidence on the judicial system in the Philippines. Yun ang problema natin dito. Palakasin natin yung institusyon para mapalakas natin yung bansa, no? If you have a problem, judicial, social, political, let's address it among ourselves as Filipinos and strengthen the Philippine the democratic institution to address this problem.
Follow-up question lang.
Na we have to hear it before a foreign tribunal na hindi nakakaintindi sa konteksto sa nangyari doon sa Pilipinas. And I like to push further on that one. Good that on the final summation of Attorney Kaufman, dahil for several days since Monday, they have portrayed Mayor Rudy as a murderer, bloodthirsty. Napasali pa yung mga milyon-milyon mga supporter na sinasabing mini Duterte clones as bloodthirsty as well, no? Very insulting to all of us who have been praying and supporting Mayor Rudy to call us bloodthirsty Duterte clones. But nevertheless, no? Nevertheless, dumaan tayo dito sa prosesong ito na kailangan natin tingnan kung tama at pantay ba itong prosesong ito. Yun lang masasabi ko patungkol dito sa prosesong ito. Kaya I have my reservation because it's very political very political. Pagkuha na lang the illegal abduction of Mayor Rudy from the Philippines to The Hague, kinumpirma naman na yung eroplano was chartered by the Office of the President. At ngayon lumabas na yung investigasyon ng ICC investigators when they went to the Philippines were hosted by people who are clearly political distractors of the former president, gives you a very clear picture of the political dimension of this case. Kung judicial lang ito, himay-himayin natin yung mga ebidensya. Pero himay-himayin at lilitisin doon sa Pilipinas, hindi rito.